Hello children. Once again I welcome you all to your own channel Geography for Success, and today we have to start with a new topic, that is climate of India. Now before we start with it, let me tell you one thing. Once if you feel that this topic or this video is anyhow it is helpful for you to prepare for this chapter, this topic, then please share and subscribe with your friends, and you can even press the bell icon so that you can get the further notifications related to the new videos which I am uploading in this channel. Okay, so let's start with it. First of all, children, climate of India. What does this mean? What is the term climate mean? It should be very clear to you. First of all, climate and weather, two terms are there. Many times people just use these words in place of each other, but these are not. What is actually weather and how it is different from climate? Weather is the atmospheric conditions of a place at any particular time. That is called the weather condition of a place. Okay? It always keeps on changing. Every moment it keeps on changing. That is a weather. But when we are talking about a climate, climate is a sum total, or you can say in general, the weather conditions which prevail for a long time over a larger area. That is taken as a climate of that region, not a place, a region, okay, a larger area. So you can see the difference, children. Basically, the elements of weather and climate are almost same. Atmospheric pressure, wind, temperature, rainfall, or the precipitation, right? All these are coming under the various elements of weather as well as the elements of climate. This is a common thing. But what is the basic difference? I think you have understood now. Weather is just taken for a particular moment of time. Okay, at that particular time, what is the weather condition? It can be rainy, it can be sunny weather, okay, it can be very wind weather. So that is weather condition, and it is always in context of any particular place. Okay, so for a short period of time and of a smaller area or any one place. Okay, when we study about the atmospheric conditions of a place for a shorter period of time, that is called the weather condition of a place. When we talk about the climate of an area, right, climate of a region, that is basically we are referring to, you can say, for a longer period of time when we take the weather conditions all together. So on an average, what conditions prevail in that area, in that region, that can be taken as a climate of that region. Okay, so how we can define it? Climate is, you can say, weather condition, the atmospheric conditions of an area, of a larger area, right, for a longer period of time. Okay, or the other way we can say, in general, the weather conditions that prevail over a long period of time on a larger area, that is taken as the climate of that region. Okay, now I think it's very clear to you. Now the topic here we are going to discuss is the climate of India. Okay, now climate of India is actually tropical monsoon type climate. The term given to it is, suppose anybody asks you what is the type of climate of India, we always call the climate of India as a tropical monsoon type. Okay, now why it is tropical? It is tropical because a major part of India lies in the tropical zone. Okay, and it is called monsoon type because one a type of periodic wind which blows in the Indian subcontinent, specifically, right, in the southeastern Asia, that is called monsoons, right? So maximum part of the Indian subcontinent, you can say, it is greatly influenced by this type of wind which is called monsoon wind, and it causes heavy rainfall throughout the Indian subcontinent. So somehow or the other, the entire climate of Indian subcontinent gets influenced by this monsoon wind system to a great extent. Not only the climate, you'll find even the various festivals, the traditions, the culture of India, right? Even the people, suppose the attire, what they wear in different parts. So all these things, even the cropping seasons, which crops we are going to grow in which part of India. So almost all these things are somehow or the other, these are related with the monsoon systems, right? Monsoon wind system. And that's why monsoon has been given one term in when we define the climate of India. So overall, how we can say what is the type of climate we have in India? It is tropical monsoon type climate. So we are going to discuss all these things in this under this topic, right? Now, one more very important thing is there. When we say climate, right, climate of India or climate of any other region, basically a few things are there, a few factors are there which form a climate of any region, right? These are the basic elements. Which are the basic elements now? I told you in the earlier part also about it. Temperature, number one. Next is rainfall. Rainfall, or overall you can say precipitation, right? Because in certain parts it can be rainfall, it can be snowfall, or it can be the other type of precipitation as well. So we can say precipitation. Clear? Next one is atmospheric pressure, right? Which is the basic reason behind the movement of winds. Okay? And the direction of winds, right? The winds which blow in that region. Clear? So all these factors influence the all these climates, actually all these the elements form the climate of any region. Now let's start with the next part of it. Next is, when we talk about India, one of the basic elements which influence the Indian climate is the Tropic of Cancer. Then the other important factor is the Great Himalayan Ranges. Okay, this is the second important factor. Third important factor is the monsoon winds, right? So these are a few factors that influence the climate of India to a great extent. Okay, now before we start with it, let me tell you a few things about the climate of India. Because of such a vast area India covers, right? Indian subcontinent is a vast area coming under it. So you will find from extreme west, right, to extreme east, to extreme north, to extreme south, you will find different type of climatic conditions can be seen. Now what conditions we can find? In a lot of contrast we can find within this part. Okay, what type of contrast we can see? For example, just a few things I am telling you here. One side in Rajasthan, okay, Bikaner, Badmer, these are a few places which are the hottest places, right? During the summers, these are crossing 50 degrees centigrade of temperature, right? So when a place gets a temperature, such a high temperature during the summer season, it is really very, very hot. Okay, so in Rajasthan, a few places like Bikaner, Churu is a place which gets this temperature, right? These are places which are having very high temperature. On the other side, you can take any of the places lying in the extreme northern parts of the Himalayas, like Dras, okay? Dras, Siachen, these are the places where you will find the temperature goes even lower than minus 40 degrees centigrade, okay? Minus 40. So just imagine how much variation is there between the two places, right? Again, the place which has got minus 40 degrees centigrade, that also lies in the Indian subcontinent. Clear? Such a variation regarding the temperature. Again, one more thing I must tell you here. A few places are there which are lying on the coast, right? You can take the example like Mumbai. Mumbai is one of the most important metropolitans of India, and as well as Chennai. Now these two places are just a few examples I'm just giving you here. A few places which are lying on the coast because of a very long coastline we have in India. The places which lie on the coast or very close to it, they get an equable type of climate. That means they are not getting any extremes of temperature. Okay. But on the other side, if we go to the interiors of India, you will find the temperature conditions go very high during the summers and very low during the winter seasons. Right? The northern plains of India are the best example of it. Clear? So this is another extreme. One more thing I want to tell you regarding the rainfall. Okay. The two places like Monsoon. Monsoon is lying in the northeastern parts of India and it is getting the heaviest rainfall in the entire world. Okay. You can just see the heaviest rainfall. That means there it is recorded 1187 centimeters of rainfall is received at that place, Monsoon. So Monsoon, Cherrapunji and a few places in the northeastern part of India, right? These all are getting very, very heavy rainfall on one side. But if you take the other side of India, in Rajasthan, okay, Thar Desert, we are getting even less than 25, or even at a few places we get even less than 15 centimeters of rainfall. So you can see the contrast again. The heaviest rainfall area, the heaviest rainfall place in the world, and on the other side a place which gets rainfall even less than 25 or 15 centimeters, right? So this is how we can easily compare the various places. Same way at very high altitudinal area, in certain mountainous region, if we go, we find the rainfall or the precipitation is of the snowfall type. Okay, the precipitation takes form of snowfall. But when we go in the other parts of India, suppose the southern parts of India, there we never find the snowfall occurs, right? Always the rainfall is there and it is in the form of rainfall only. Precipitation is in the form of rainfall only. On the other side, if we take the altitude as an important factor, extreme northern parts of India are covered by the great Himalayan ranges, right? These are very high mountain systems. So on one side, if you see any place which lies in the mountainous region at higher altitude, those places actually get precipitation in the form of snowfall. But on the other side, if we go to any other place lying in the southern region, southern peninsular region, you will find the precipitation occurs always in the form of rainfall. It is never in the form of snowfall, right? So these are a few things, children, which give us a clear idea about the variation, right, in the climate of India, from one side to the other, from one part, from the northernmost part to the southernmost part of it. So in this manner, we can easily get a clear idea what type of variations we can find in the climate of India. Now, children, the next part of it is regarding the factors which affect the climate of India. Regarding that, the first thing we have to discuss is the main factors which basically influence the temperature conditions. Okay, because in climate we have to consider temperature as well as rainfall both, right? Temperature and precipitation, both factors are considered together. So now the most important thing which we have to discuss here is the temperature, right? Temperature, one part of it. Temperature is affected by a few factors in Indian subcontinent. Now, which are those factors? Let's just check it one by one. Number one is the latitude. Okay. How does the latitude of India, how does it affect the climate? Right? You all know about the different heat zones. Okay. And the location of India, you can see here on the globe, this is actually the location of India, right? Now, according to this location, if you see, Tropic of Cancer is almost passing through the center of India, right? Dividing India into two halves. Okay, so a major part of Indian subcontinent right, which lies in the south of Tropic of Cancer, that gets the tropical conditions. That means it lies in the torrid zone. From the Tropic of Cancer till Tropic of Capricorn, children, between the two tropics, the zone which lies, the heat zone which lies here in between these two tropics is called the torrid zone. Okay, or you can say the hottest zone of the earth. Clear? It is also many times called as tropical zone because it lies in between the two tropics. Clear? And after the Tropic of Cancer till the Arctic Circle, and in the southern hemisphere from Tropic of Capricorn till Antarctic Circle, these two zones are called as the temperate zone. Okay, and the last one from Arctic Circle to the North Pole, and from Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere to the South Pole, this zone lies in the frigid zone, right? It is also called as polar zone of the earth. This is the coldest zone, right? Because of the slanting sun rays which reach here in the extreme northern and southern parts of earth, that forms this entire region, that is the frigid zone. Whether it is in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere, these are the coldest zones on earth, right? Same way, when we talk about the torrid zone between the two tropics, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, this entire zone is called as the hottest zone, and because of the direct sun rays which fall for the maximum part of the year within this entire zone, right? Okay, because the apparent movement of sun is there, children, till Tropic of Cancer in the north and till Tropic of Capricorn in the south. So within this part only the apparent movement of sun can be seen. That is why, this is the reason this is the hottest zone on the earth. Clear? Now why I am telling you about all this? Because here we are referring to that only, because a major part of Indian subcontinent, you can see, that lies in the torrid zone, which is the hottest zone. Clear? So the southern part, at least you can say the portion of India which lies in the south of Tropic of Cancer, it is in the tropical zone. Clear? So that area gets very high temperature, right? During summers it's very hot, and generally winters are not so cold. So this is the effect of the latitude. What about the northern part of it? In the north of Tropic of Cancer, the plains, especially these plains are lying far away from the sea or the coastal effect. That is one thing. And the latitudinal effect, you can say, to some extent, this portion in the north of Tropic of Cancer, which is called as subtropical region, right? So this area comes under the subtropical climatic condition, the plains of India, right, which lie in the north of Tropic of Cancer, that covers the subtropical region. Okay, so naturally the type of climate which it gets is the subtropical type of climate. But again, as we move further towards extreme northern parts of India, the extreme northern parts are covered by the great Himalayan mountains, right? And these Himalayas are actually very high mountain ranges. So over the Himalayas, if we find any place which is lying at high altitude, it is again out of the influence of tropical effect. Tropical effect means what? We are talking of very hot conditions according to the latitudes, right? When any place lies at high altitude, it is actually getting low temperature because there the other factor works. Okay, as we go higher up, the temperature decreases. So again, let me tell you, in the maximum part of India or Indian subcontinent, basically the type of climate which we experience is tropical type of climate or subtropical type of climate, right? And this is the reason, children, that we call it overall as the tropical type of climate is experienced in Indian subcontinent. Now this is how the latitude affects the climate of India. So children, let's wind up here with this video, and in the next video I will continue with the other topics which we have under the climate of India. Okay, and especially in that one very important topic is there, the monsoon mechanism, right? Mechanism of monsoon winds, and this plays a very important role in determining the climate of India. Okay, so this we have to discuss, and a few more things like the different seasons we have in India. Again, these all are related with the monsoons. Okay, children, so at the end I must tell you one thing. All the study material what we are using here, these all have been prepared by very hard work of a number of teachers. All these geography teachers have come together and they are working day and night to prepare several MCQs, different study materials for you people. Okay, so ultimately you should get the best benefit of it, right? Okay then, and once again I must tell you here, if you like this video, don't forget to share with your friends and subscribe this channel, right? And also press the bell icon, and so that you will get the notifications related to the channel. Okay, till then, bye.